Good morning, all. I welcome you in this e-lecture on the role of metal ions in biological system. In the previous lecture, I told you about their role in as electron carriers in carrying out various processes, as well as oxygen binding proteins such as hemoglobin, myoglobin, and hemocyanin. Today, we are going to take their structural role. So, what is the structural role for metal ions? Several families of proteins that regulate the expression of genes have recently been found to contain zinc ion. The first of this type of metalloprotein to be discovered was transcription factor 3A from the African clawed toad Xenopus, a protein required for the accurate transcription of 5S ribosomal RNA genes. In these proteins, the metal ions play a structural role, forming the central core of small nucleic acid binding domains referred to as zinc fingers. In the class of protein typified by transcription factor 3A, the metal binding domains appear to be indirectly involved in interaction with DNA. ठीक है? Other classes of zinc containing proteins involved in gene regulation have been discovered, in which metal stabilized domain may play other roles. For example, zinc ions are present in most of the DNA and RNA polymerases, and the function of the metal ion in these important enzymes remain to be elucidated in details. Finally, several proteins involved in metalloregulation of gene expression have now been characterized in some of the other ways. In such metalloregulatory systems, the activity of a protein depends on the presence or absence of bound metal ions. Example include the bacterial MER-R protein, which regulates the expression of a mercury detoxification system at the level of transcription from DNA into RNA, and the iron responsive system in mammals, which controls the expression of ferritin and other iron storage and iron transport proteins at the level of translation of RNA into protein. So देखिए इन मेटल आयंस का कितना सिग्निफिकेंट रोल है इन कैरिंग आउट द फंक्शन ऑफ DNA and RNA also. So this is quite important. Now we come to the role of these metal ions in communication. What is communication role of metal ion in biology? Metal ions they are used in biology as magnetic compasses, as triggers for specific cellular functions and to regulate gene expression. Studies of these cellular communication rules are an exciting frontier areas these days in bioinorganic chemistry. देखिए मैग्नेटोटैक्टिक बैक्टीरिया जो हैं they use magnetite Fe3O4 as an internal compass by which to navigate. Navigation पर्पस के लिए मैग्नेटाइट को इन बैक्टीरियाज के द्वारा यूज़ किया जाता है. देखिए कैसे डाउनवर्ड एंड अपवर्ड मूवमेंट के लिए भी जो है ये माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स इन मैग्नेटाइट पे डिपेंडेंट रहते हैं. They swim north but also downwards along the Earth's magnetic field lines in order to avoid the higher oxygen concentration of surface water, which are toxic to them. They orient on the Earth's magnetic pole, and when transported to the opposite hemisphere, become disoriented and swim upward. तो ये देखिए कुछ bees, homing pigeons, and even humans, they are also believed to be using magnetite in their brain for orientation purpose. As you know that pigeons, they have their own significant role in communication purpose. पुराने ज़माने में they have been used as postmen also. और कई migratory birds जो हैं they fly long distance across the ocean and seas from their native place, and they use these magnetite in their brains for the flying purposes. तो उससे डायरेक्शन का they don't lose the direction. कभी भी वो अपना रास्ता नहीं भूलते हैं. तो this is how they carry out their functions. Now alkali and alkali earth metals जैसे कि sodium, potassium and calcium, they are used in biology to trigger cellular responses. You know that the firing of neurons by rapid influx of sodium ions across the cell membrane and the regulation of intracellular functions by calcium binding protein such as calmodulin, they are two examples of the phenomenon. Here sodium potassium pump, calcium pump, we are going to have them in details in the coming classes. In fact, calcium has been referred to as a second messenger since primary signals such as binding of hormones to the cell surface are converted into changes in the intracellular concentration of this calcium ion. Among the most recently discovered metal ion classes in biology are zinc fingers that occur many proteins that regulate transcription process. Okay, so now we come to the interaction of metal ions and nucleic acid. Metal ions also interact directly with DNA and RNA. Some of these interactions are rather non-specific. For example, the stabilization of nucleic acid structures by sodium and magnesium ion through electrostatic interaction that shield the charged phosphate groups from one another. Recently, more specific binding of metal ions to nucleic acid has been discovered. Thus, magnesium plus 2 and other divalent metal ions serve as cofactors for activating catalytic RNA molecules, and monovalent cations such as potassium stabilize the structure of telomeres. Units, what are telomeres? They are units that terminate the DNA double helix at the end of chromosomes. Telomere structures are characterized by non-Watson-Crick base pairing interactions and the clustering of 8 guanine bases around the central monovalent metal ion. The relative stability of these structures may be dictated by the concentration of sodium and potassium in the cell. Finally, some inorganic based drugs such as cisplatin act by coordinating directly to DNA. And the metacomplexes, they have been used as cleaving agents to probe the tertiary structure of nucleic acids. Now we come to the metal ion transport and storage. See, how do metal ions get into cells and how they are stored? This topic is an active area of investigation in inorganic chemistry. The most thoroughly studied metals in this respect is iron. Iron enters bacterial cells following the chelation by low molecular weight compounds called siderophores that are excreted by the bacteria. This was about the bacteria. Now in mammals, iron is bound and transported by the serum protein transferrin and is stored by ferritin in most life forms. The nearly spherical hollow shell of this ferritin protein has the capacity to bind up to 4500 iron plus 3 ions. Okay. Uh, so what are ferritin, transferrin and ceruloplasmin? I give you a brief description of these metallobiomolecules. The regulation of iron absorption is largely carried out by the intestinal epithelial cells. The excess of iron can be stored within cells in a non-toxic form by binding to a protein called apoferritin in the mucosal cells. Iron 2, once within the mucosal cell, is oxidized to iron 3 and then after combining with apoferritin form iron protein called ferritin. Therefore, we can say that iron can be stored as ferritin and can be released to usable form whenever it is required. Now, what is transferrin? Nearly all the iron released from the mucosal cells enters the portal blood, mostly in iron 2 state in the plasma where the pH is found to be 7.4. This iron 2 is oxidized to iron 3 and then is picked up by the iron binding protein transferrin. This protein is a glycoprotein of molecular weight 77,000 containing two similar but not identical sites that bind two atoms of iron 3 per molecule of protein to form a red ferric protein complex. Now, what is ceruloplasmin? Ceruloplasmin is a blue copper binding plasma protein which exerts a catalytic activity in plasma to convert iron 2 into iron 3, and therefore this metalloenzyme helps in iron incorporation into transferrin. And you see metallothionein, which is a cysteine rich protein, is expressed in large amount when excess quantity of certain metal ion, including the toxic ones such as cadmium and lead, they are present in cells. तो मेटेलोथायनिन जो है एक तरह से प्रोटेक्टिव इसका रोल है, प्रोटेक्टिव रोल है. इट सर्व्स एज अ प्रोटेक्टिव agent and may also be involved in the control of metal transport, storage and concentrations under more normal conditions. Now we come to the role of these metal ions as medicine. Many first encounters the use of metal ions in medicine as well as metal toxicity through literature. Literature में इसका जिक्र हमें देखने को मिलता है. The use of iron and copper can be traced to the ancient Greeks and Hebrews through their writings. तो साहित्य में भी आयरन एंड कॉपर का जो है they have been mentioned in the novels and literature. Lewis Carroll's Mad Hatter suffered from mercury poisoning. इस नॉवल में जो कैरेक्टर था मैड हैटर, he suffered from mercury poisoning. Among metal ions commonly used over the centuries were mercury for the treatment of syphilis, magnesium ions for intestinal disorders, and iron for anemia. These early examples represent crude approaches. Okay, तो जो है सल्फा ड्रग्स हैं, पेनिसिलिन हैं, मैकेनिज्म बेस्ड इनहिबिटर्स सच एज मिथॉक्ट्रिक्सेट का जो है भी हमें एग्जांपल्स लिटरेचर में देखने को मिलते हैं. Today, however, inorganic chemistry is beginning to have a major impact in modern medicines. So we now come across three important inorganic pharmaceuticals which have been shown here in the coming screen. See, in this table, selected elements which are important in biochemistry have been shown. Naturally occurring elements, they are shown in color, and those used as proofs and drugs, they are depicted in gray color. See, this is cisplatin, which is an anti-cancer drug having platinum ion, and this is auranofin, which is a oral rheumatoid arthritis drug having your actinium ion. Gold, gold. And this we have having technetium metal ion. This is a cardiolite, which is a heart imaging agent. So, one of the leading anti-cancer drug is cisplatin, which is administered by intravenous injection for the treatment of testicular, ovarian, head and neck tumors. Cisplatin cures testicular cancer when it is diagnosed early in more than 90% of the cases. Auranofin जो है, it is the first orally administered drug for the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. It is an important member of the class of anti-arthritic gold agents. The third example is having technetium, which is supplied as its radioisotope. This class of complexes is selectively taken up by the myocardial tissue and has proved to be excellent for imaging of heart. So platinum, gold and technetium, these are three non-essential transition elements which have found a place in medicine. So this you will go through in details in the 5th unit, that is metals in medicines. So this was an introduction to the role of these metal ions in carrying out various life processes. Now we take them individually one by one in details in the coming lectures. So see you there in the further classes. Goodbye.